The Lark. Huh. She has moved. Needs more welding. This is because the engine is ready to put back in. Don't know if it runs, but it's ready to put back in. There's more gravel here and it's flatter. I just need a dry weekend that I've got nothing else planned. I'll back the Lark up a bit, drop the engine in, wire up a battery, and rig it to just see if she starts. I have yet to put the water pump on. Fairly certain it's going to be horribly leaky, but I don't want to buy a new one until I know if this was worth it. I've already spent more than I should have getting this put back together. Rebuilt the fuel pump. Oil pump was in really good looking condition. Oil filter, that's the wrong size oil filter, but it screws on. And I gotta put the lifters and rods in. The head, she's sitting down there. It's ready to put back on. I've got the gasket. Don't want to put the covers on until I've got all the little lifters in. I can put them in until I'm done turning the engine upside down. Yeah, I do have that one last step. I gotta put the oil pan on, but it's otherwise ready. Got the flywheel installed. Back plate, gotta put the starter on. I'll probably do that. Yeah, I have to do that in the car because the threads for the starter bolts go into the bell housing. And bell housing is still attached to the transmission inside the car. I'm going to make a clutch alignment tool. It's the last thing before this drops into the car. I've got the clutch assembly, the clutch and the thing that goes on it. I've got to make an alignment tool. I've got a aluminum round stock. I'll just make one. That should be easy. There's a bushing in the flywheel, the splined part for the clutch disc. I think that's all that needs to align up. The other part just bolts on. Only bolts on one way, I think. I don't know. We shall see. And I've got to get the distributor installed and the oil dipstick, which that'll be the last thing. I gotta put the engine mounts on, left and right. But all the pistons are in. Everything's lubed with heavy oil. Intake manifold and exhaust are out in the car. I salvaged enough parts that I think I have enough exhaust parts to get it to a muffler. I need to buy a muffler, but you don't need a muffler for the first run. Oh yeah, it's got no brakes. I've got to order the brakes. I should probably get brakes installed. That came out of the commander. Was seized in there, did not move. You can tell by the crustiness of what's in there. I'm going to need a new one of these. I'm not going to try rebuilding this one. I prefer to be able to stop reliably. So I got to order one of these. Got to order all my brake shoes. I'm going to stay with all 4 drum brakes. I've got new brake lines, but it looks like the brake lines that are in the Lark are actually fairly new. So I've got a vacuum pump and I will just pull a whole lot of brake fluid through, make sure they're all clean. I've got a gas tank ready to put in. I'll have to get gas line probably. I've got to pick up a fuel filter. Shopping list. I should write all this down. Anyhow. I'd say next weekend, this will be back in the Lark. Assuming there's no rain.